It's showtime, folks.
We are back, department. I would like to file a claim. Let's go, baby. Game 2 of the season, second Bhawks Memes pregame show. Let's go, baby. Blackhawks Bruins, original six matchup at the TD Garden on a Thursday night. Let's go, baby. I'm so amped up for this one. I don't know if I'm the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but isn't it just so great to have NHL up season back? Blackhawks hockey back. Like, I've just been wired this whole week. Like, I've been absolutely wired. The energy, the passion, the motivation's never been higher. I can hardly sleep. I got so much going on in my mind. Like, I'm just so fired up for this season, and just to see Blackhawks hockey back Tuesdays just got me really just fired up. So even yesterday, I was like, man, where are the Blackhawks, man? Like, I had a hard time even watching other hockey games. Like, it's not the Blackhawks, but yeah, we'll get into that more this season. But yeah, no, a little bit of my ramble out of the way, my introduction, whatever that was. Yeah, Blackhawks Bruins tonight. A big game on the docket. Bruins played last night. They played the Washington Capitals. It was a 3-1 win. A surprising win, I would say. So that could play in the Hawks' favor here today, the fact that they're on a back-to-back. I mean, the season just started, so I'm not really sure, what the fatigue level would be like. Probably not that high, but I'd like to think the fact that it's a back-to-back, would play in the Hawks' favor. So we'll see what they can do there. But yeah, I mean, for the Blackhawks, a couple notes I think to get into before we kind of preview this matchup a little bit. They did get Alex Vlasic back from injury, so good to see that was just kind of precautionary. You only had to miss one game for the cut skate blade. So, like I said on the post game from Game 1, I think the Hawks defense was very clearly missing Alex Vlasic. So it's a good thing to get him back in the lineup for sure. Great to see that. I think, yeah, that should help the Hawks D tonight massively. It should also help them to play the Bruins and not the Panthers here. So definitely a downgrade in terms of the opponent. But yeah, the Bruins, they can have a bounce back season. I think if Swayman and Ned has a bounce back campaign, Pasa's going to show up. He's going to be in the 100-point heart running probably again. That's what he does. If they can get bounce backs from guys like Lindholm and if McAvoy could stay healthy, like the Bruins team could bounce back. I don't think they're a playoff team, but I mean, in terms of matchups, this is definitely a more winnable game for the Blackhawks for sure. So, yeah, a couple other notes on the Blackhawks. I got a little Bruins tangent there, but one thing I got to say that I'm not super thrilled about, we're only one game in. We're at Game 2 here, and Jeff Blashill is already running the Connor Bedard line blender. Like, we'll get into the lines here. We'll get into the lines, but I mean, really, it took one game, 2 games, whatever you want to say. Yeah, so not really super thrilled about that. It's not that I hate Colton Dach in the first line. Colton Dach's the guy who's been moved up there. Donato's been moved to the third line. So we're rolling a Dach, Bedard, Burakovsky for the first line there. It's not that I hate Colton Dach up there. It's just, why did we move Donato down? I mean, Bedard and Donato played for each other for a good chunk of last season. Spent all that time developing this chemistry. Why are we moving Donato? Like, we just signed Burakovsky. I mean, I didn't really think we signed him as a first-line player, and based on his preseason play and Game 1, I just don't think that's a guy who should be up there playing with Bedsy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're just trying to give him every opportunity and see if he can be that guy for Bedsy. But I mean, really, we're in 2025 here, year 3, and we have Colton Dach and Andre Burakovsky as Bedard's line mates. It's just, I don't know. I know it's Game 2, and I probably shouldn't overreact. It's just, I don't want to see what happened last year happen again. I don't want to see Connor Bedard have different wingers every game. Like, I just don't want to see that. So, a couple other notes about Bedsy, too, I want to say that I kind of missed in the post game. The speed. I've talked about a lot kind of leading up to the season on CHR. I didn't really mention in the post game, but, I mean, in the Game 1 of the season, regular season, Bedard looked noticeably quicker. I saw some clips on Twitter. I know Kevin Weeks posted on Twitter, a snapshot of a play where Bedard kind of was coming into the neutral zone there in the offensive zone and kind of snapped a seam pass to Colton Dach. And it's like, I rewatched that play, like, it doesn't even look real. Like, not to glaze, but it's like, Bedard didn't just get a step quicker. Like, he got a mile per hour quicker. I think he did. I mean, I checked out his NHL edge stats, and he was right behind Nazar. I don't know the exact amount, but I think last year his top speed was 21 miles per hour. And I saw a stat where he was hitting 22, like right below Nazar. And Nazar, if you watch Frank Nazar, he's like Max Verstappen out there. He's flying. So, yeah, that's great to see from Bedsy. It's one thing to see it in practice training clips, but to actually see it in the real games when it matters. It's a great sign for his season. Great sign. I think what else is a great sign, too, for tonight is the fact that he's returned to TD Garden, where TD Garden was the site of Connor Bedard's first NHL goal, which was pretty much exactly 2 years ago, I believe. In the 23-24 season, the Bruins were the second team the Hawks played that year. So, and then Bedard had that sick wraparound goal. So, has he had a wraparound goal since? I'm not sure if he has. I have to think about that. But yeah, it's good to see Bedard return. I'm sure he'll be thinking about it in the back of his head. So, no production from him in the first game. I think that's going to change. I'll get to it in my score prediction, but I think Bedard's going to have a big game tonight. I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. Like, he was great game one, no production, but he looked great. Another thing I want to mention from last game, that deke that I referenced, I totally forgot that was on Seth Jones. I rewatched it after the fact. Yeah, he put Seth Jones in an absolute blender in the second period against Florida. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to finish, but that was a sick play, so I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, getting back to the Blackhawks lines here. Second line's unchanged, not surprising. I want to see if Frank Nazar can have another big game. I think with Nazar, there's a question at hand. Is he going to be a star in the National Hockey League, or is he going to be a superstar? I think he's going to be at least a star. The difference between stars and superstars, stars will have a big game, and then they might have, an off game, and it kind of goes back and forth. The best players in hockey, it's every fucking day. It's consistent. I think if Nazar can put together a string, right, can kind of go on a run, like, he can be a superstar in this league. I know it's early days. I know. I get that, but I don't know, man. Just the more and more I watch this guy, like, how can you not think it? How can you not? He hasn't given me a reason not to think he can be that guy. So, no, I'm just super excited to see what he can continue to do this season. Blackhawks' third line has been changed. With Colton Dach being moved up to the first line. Donato's been placed there. Again, we re-signed Donato, we extend him. Like, I'd rather we just play him up there in the first line at Bedsy and see if he can replicate the season he had last year. So I don't love the fact that we're in the second game and we're already putting him in the bottom six, but, whatever, I guess. The fourth line looks unchanged here, too, I think. So, that's about it there. Deep pairings, good to see Vlasic back in. He's right back in the first pair, so good to see him. He'll be probably playing 25 minutes a night, so Hawks are relying on him a lot this year, and they got him paired with Rinzel. So I think that's going to help out Rinzel a lot. That's the guy I'll be watching tonight. The fact that he's getting Vlasic back. I think the fact that he was paired with Matt Grzelcyk game one probably didn't do him any favors, so no offense to Matt Grzelcyk, but yeah, I think Vlasic, Rinzel, that was a good deep pair of those 9 games we saw of them last year. So I think that's going to be good for Rinzel, too. So that'll be something to watch. And we'll see if Vlasic, we'll see if there's any rust there. He should be good. He only missed about like a week. So only one actual game. So should be good. Kaiser Levshinov's unchanged. I want to see a better game from Levshinov. I mean, it's hard to imagine him having a worse game than Tuesday. So hopefully we could see a better game out of him. I thought Kaiser was probably one of the few defensemen that looked okay in that game. So I'm not really worried about him. And yeah, Grzelcyk Murphy. Grzelcyk Murphy third pair. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plays on the ice. But but like I'm glad I'd rather Grzelcyk on the third pair than the first pair, obviously. So, but yeah, that is not a deep pair that necessarily gives me excitement. And then I believe we have Soda starting tonight. I believe Soda's starting. So, so far early days. Maybe that's going to be a 1A, 1B thing where they kind of go back and forth. I'm sure Knight's going to get the bulk load, but I'm not so surprised if they give Soda quite a bit of starts too. So that's the Hawks line combos. We can get in the Bruins now. The Boston Bruins are basically David Pastrnak and friends. That's pretty much the way the team's designed. So, first line they got Morgan Geekie, Elias Lindholm, and David Pastrnak. Lindholm 1C. Like, the Bruins brought on Elias Lindholm thinking they could be a 1C, but he's a 2C. So, I mean, we'll see. Maybe get a bounce-back campaign, right? But what's crazy last year is, like, Pasta led that team in points. He had over 100. And, like, second place was Connor Geekie. He had, like, 55 or something. Like, Pasta, like, more than doubled the second-place guy of the team in points. That's insane, man. He's him. But yeah, the rest of the offense leaves a bit to be desired. Second line, Zacha, Middlestat, Arvidsson. Like, that's the Bruins' second line. Like, that's probably, like, most teams' third line. Zacha's a decent second-line player. Middlestat, this is the third team. I mean, we'll see if the third time's a charm. Obviously, started off with the Sabres, then went to the Avalanche, and now he's at the Bruins. So we'll see if this could be the team that he fits in at. The talent's always been there, just execution hasn't. And then Arvidsson's new. They just added him. So, but probably should be playing in the second line in 2025, though. But that's the way this team's designed. Taryn Janot, the guy that I always recalled the Lightning traded an absolute haul for. He's in the bottom six. They got Fraser Mitten. I know Mitten's a big... he and Bedard, I know, are big friends from the Team Canada World Junior days. So I'm sure those two had dinner or something or hung out, before this game probably. I know they're good buddies. I've seen them on socials on Insta. I know they're normally like hanging out and stuff during the summer. So not that I'm checking in on, but Bedard's life too much. I probably am, but I'm definitely not. Just kidding. And then we got Michael Asimont there in the third line as well. This fourth line here, we got Kustadinov, Corrali, and Kastelik. Yeah, I mean, this Bruins bottom six, like the depth is just not there on offense. It's like they got Pasta, they got a couple decent secondary options, and then there's a whole bunch of like, what am I even looking at here? So I just don't think this team is deep enough to get back in the playoffs. Like the best days are definitely behind them. But I don't know if they're bad enough to be in the McKenna race, though, because they do have a decent amount of top end, right? They got Pasta, they got McAvoy, they got Swayman. Like they have enough pieces in each. They have a pillar on offense, they have a pillar in defense, a pillar in net. Like they have enough there in this team where they'll probably win more games than they should, but probably not going to win enough in the playoffs. So we'll see what happens, though. And yeah, defense, they got Lowry and McAvoy. Mason Lowry, solid first pair defensemen, for top four defensemen, I should say. McAvoy, one of the more, I would say, underrated in the league. I don't know if he's underrated anymore. It's probably a poor choice of words, but no, I think USA was definitely missing the four nations. So if he could stay healthy and kind of get in the conversation there, eat up minutes, I think he can help out. The Bruins defense should be a lot stronger, but like without McAvoy, I mean, you saw it last year. Without McAvoy, the defense struggled big time. So they'll hope that he can stay healthy. I think they need him to stay healthy if they want any chance. So they got Hampus Lindholm, solid second pair guy, Andrew Peak. And then Blackhawks legend Nikita Zadorov and Henry Jokiharju. Oh, wow. They got a pair of Blackhawks legends on this third deep pair. I didn't even notice. Zadorov and Jokiharju. So that's pretty funny to see Zadorov in that 2020 or 2021 bubble season. Yeah, big physical defenseman. And you always got to keep your head up with Zadorov on the ice. So, yeah, solid deep pair there. I actually don't mind that. I don't mind that decor. With McAvoy healthy, it's actually not a terrible decor. I mean, there's definitely better defensive cores, but there are worse too. And yeah, Swayman and net. The Bruins, yeah, like I think their hopes and dreams, they need a better season out of him. I think without the contract kind of drama leading into the season last year, like they're not going to be dealing with that this year. So I think that's settled now. I mean, you should be good. Obviously didn't have the season he wanted last year, but the team of farm wasn't very good. So. But no, I mean, Swayman, I think at his best could be a top 10, goalie in the league. So if he performs that level this year, he could definitely give him a chance. Definitely can win him more games, steal him some games than they probably should be. So yeah, so they'll definitely be relying on him. They got Korpisalo as the backup, which is one of the backups of all time right there, Yotis Korpisalo. So yeah, those are the lines for tonight for the Hawks and Bruins. Hawks mostly unchanged, but a couple changes already. I mean, only took 2 games, but here we go. And a couple other notes I want to get into. I think in terms of to get to the score predictions here, I think it's a winnable game for the Blackhawks. Like I think it's a winnable game. I don't want to be a homer and just predict the Blackhawks to win every time, but I do think I'm going to predict the Hawks to win this game. I think I'm going to say a score of 4-2. I'm not sure if the over/under is 5.5 or 6.5, but 4-2 just sounds right to me in my head. I don't know. I don't overthink it, man. Like if it sounds right, if my gut says it's right, I'll go with it. I think Betsy's going to get on the board. At least a goal, assist, something. He's going to get a point in this game. I won't be surprised if he got multiple, like Nazar had a multi-point game 1. I wouldn't be shocked if Bedard had a 2-point game or something tonight. It wouldn't shock me. I think I watch out for that Rinzel Vlasic deep pair. It's going to be good to see that back in action. The second line, I want to see if they can repeat what they did in game 1. I want to see that. How's Donato look in the third line, right? Nice thing Donato is you can play him anywhere and he still looks like himself. So we'll see how that plays out there. Yeah, I would say those are kind of the key notes. How does Soda look? That's another one, right? I think locking up Knight to this long-term deal will definitely put some pressure on Soda if he wants to kind of stick around. He's also got Comesso and Rockford waiting in the wings. So how does Soda look? That's going to be a big question. And yeah, betting lines. Let me check the Vegas odds here. Give me one sec. Vegas odds. They got Blackhawks set at plus 140. Bruins at minus 166. That's via DraftKings. I think I forgot to mention that last time. Yeah, again, take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm not a betting guru, but yeah, I think a stab at the Blackhawks would be. I think that'd be a good play. I think they played well against Florida. I think 3-2. I mean, yeah, they got outplayed on the ice, but I thought they hung in there, and I think the Bruins are definitely a steep downgrade compared to the Panthers. So I think second game, last game of the road trip here to start the season, and they'll be back at home Saturday. Like I think they're going to want to at least go 500 on this road trip. So I think if they play the way they did Florida, iron out some kinks, get the special teams going. That's another thing. I think I want to see more from the special teams. If they get some power plays, I'd like to see them convert. They went 0 for 3, I believe, 0 for 4 in the first game. So I'd like to see the power play get going in this one. And we'll see if they the penalty kill as well. We'll see how that looks. But special teams were the problem in the first game. So hopefully we see some improvement there in this one. yeah, that's all. That's all I got for this one. Quick and short and sweet pregame show. And yeah, I just want to say one more thing. I want to say, just super grateful for support. Like it really means a ton. Like I've been at this YouTube for like what 4 days now, 4 days. I mean, I've kind of lost track of the days. I'm running short on sleep here, but yeah, like just because I'm wired right now, man. Like I've expanded the social medias, I've expanded into TikTok, I've expanded into Twitter. Like I'm kind of everywhere now, and the YouTube's been growing. I'm already at over 250 subs. I think 250 at the time of this recording. So I just want to say the support means a ton, and I'm gonna get better at this. Right, I'm still kind of learning. I want to make excuses. I hate excuses, but I'm still learning. But like I'm gonna put everything I got into this. Like I am so fucking motivated right now. Like I'm going to do the best I can in this space everywhere. So I want to grow this thing as much as I can. I got nothing to lose right now. So just extremely motivated, and I want to thank everybody for the support. It means the fucking world to me. Like I can't put in the words how much that means to me. So I want this bad. I think I'm passionate about this team, man. I'm passionate about this space, and I want to make it. So yeah, thank you guys so much again for your support. I don't want to get too personal, but just know the passion is here. You know, execution we'll see, but the passion is here. But yeah, that is all. That was all in this post game show here. Subscribe to the Bhawks Beams YouTube channel if you haven't already. I appreciate that. And yeah, come back tonight for the post game show. 6 o'clock game, so we got a normal start time. Those good old 6 o'clock starts, as Pat Foley would say. So probably maybe a 10 o'clock post game. We'll see. I'll get it out as quick as I can. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next one. Boop.